Alrighty then. Let us go ahead and get this party started. Oops. Mute these boys here. There we go. And then let's go ahead and swap over to the correct. Let's see. There we go. Alrighty then. Hello everybody. I'm your host, 5_1, for those of you that don't know what I look like. With my co-host here, Mr. Highkick.
Mr. Highkick.
Yep. And we have our special guest here, if you would like to go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey everyone, I'm Virtual Static. I also go by just Static. I don't know.
Okay. Let's go by Static. Alright, no problem. A little bit shy here, it's cool. Sometimes happens. No, I was gonna go with a superhero Static Shock joke, actually.
Armpit stain, though.
I know, right? I saw that.
Glorious armpit stains.
Apparently I've been splitting. I don't know. I'm just sitting here. I don't even know. Anyway.
I mean, it's such hard work looking pretty.
No. Anyway, so, Mr. Static, go ahead and I guess, tell us a little bit about yourself before we start off the show. Like, what you do in your daily life, what you do for work, you know, all sorts of things like that.
Maybe some shameless plugs.
Yeah, there you go, even that too. That works.
My daily life, I'm a hermit.
Oh, yeah, that's right, you were talking about that, yes.
Yeah, no, I work for a company that builds vehicle testing equipment, so emissions testers, engine test stands, full vehicle testing calibration equipment. So I'm an electronics engineer, so I do all the wiring and circuitry and fun stuff, I guess, if you want to call it that. I'm also a musician. I'm in a band. I like racing games a lot, more than most people do.
If you like racing games, you should get you one of these bad boys. It's a Roboto, baby. It's a full gaming cockpit.
On the racing games, I have to ask you, do you miss Burnout 3?
Yes.
Thought so.
Yes. 3 and Revenge are some of the better ones. That's kind of why I want to find a capture card with RGB inputs so I can hook up my PS2 and stream that.
I actually have one of those. I have an old Dazzle DVC-80.
Oh, God.
That's what I was using.
Old.
That's on my YouTube. One of the videos, my Halo recruitment video that I never put up. Should have put up years ago, back when we did it. It was... Oh. Thank you, Beatbox Ninja.
It's because I'm here. Strange because I can't even get that in my own streams.
There you go. Dude, I know how that feels. Thank you, Beatbox Ninja, for the follow. But yeah, no, like, I reposted that recently, because, I found it on my computer, I had edited it. It's so awful. This quality's awful, everything's awful. But, I don't know if anybody's familiar with Halo, I think Highkick is, so is Crucifix. But, this was back in Halo Reach, and me and my team, we were all a clan at the time, we stomped the first, like, all 3 rounds of Invasion on one of the maps in less than 2 minutes.
Holy crap.
So, like, it was something ridiculous. I'm not even sure, but that honestly might be close to a record worthy, and I've never really thought about that until, like, I watched the video and was like, dude, I forgot we did that. But no, we pub stomped them super hard. And somebody brought up on the comments, like, why didn't you show the defending? I was like, well, because, like, first of all, we just destroyed them. All we have to do is defend 1 point, you know, and we win. It's a win anyway. Like, they're not going to beat our time. There's no way. It was just hilarious. But anyway, stupid Windows updates, go away. Stop bothering me about this. So yes, that's nice. It's interesting. I think you're the first, I guess, like, electrical engineer, like, super hardcore job like that, I think that we've ever had. Electrical engineering and engineering in general just kind of interests me personally. I do computer work. I'm just an IT guy, basically.
Yeah, I still run a standalone freelance repair service on the side when I get bored.
Oh, nice. So what do you repair? Just like TVs and stuff or something like that?
PCs, I build custom computers for people, mainly friends and family. I do Upwork and maintenance on them.
Yeah. See, I'm the same way. I even went out and got myself official-ish. Let me see. I'm going to pull out one of my business cards from Vistaprint here. Boom!
Oh,
Shameless plug.
look at
ACD
that.
Technology. I actually like these business cards. They're kind of nice. Yeah, if you
I
ever
still
do
find
something
I
like
still,
that.
I still find it kind of funny that you could use that card in my city and it would still work.
See, that's the funny thing is I could use it, except they'd see the area code in that 979 and be like, where the hell is this? Nerds. But anyway. Alright, so that's good. We're going to start some questions off. I'm not sure if you're familiar. I think I explained it. That this is basically just us, asking you questions, your opinion about anime. Just being giant nerds and weebs to each other all day.
Oh, that's what it's about.
See, there you go. See, he understands. He gets it.
Yeah.
But alright. Thank you, Mr. Static, for coming on and joining us and, hopping in. I love how, the funny thing was it was during that meeting and I, said something about anime. It was just, off the bat, you and Nardak were like, I heard weeb stuff. It felt like, yes. That's how that happened in court a lot. I bring it up and people are like, anime? I'd like that.
You played the siren call.
There you go.
You see fucking Crucifix and Raining Death talking shit in our chat.
Hey, crop my camera. I can't crop the camera, sadly, anymore. Oh, I could, but I really don't want to. It's a
lot of effort.
I already enhanced it. My room's a mess, but it's a beautiful mess to me. I mean, look at all the fucking loot crates I have just piled up here.
Jesus, dude.
Anyway, but yeah. So the first question: what kind of anime do you like to watch, and do you have a preferred genre?
Preferred genre, not really. I tend to just fly by what sparks my interest. I started out watching stuff like Outlaw Star and Trigun and things like that, and recently I watched Bakugan, which is a high school girls motorcycle club.
That's interesting.
It's funny. It's hysterical, but usually just something that has a good storyline that keeps me interested. I've bounced to FLCL, Dead Man Wonderland, Bleach, Soul Eater, Rosario X Vampire, just whatever is interesting.
X Vampire.
Yes.
I was like Soul Calibur.
The manga is so much better. I don't know how the hell they adapted the anime so poorly, but the manga is so much better.
Now they're talking shit about my neck beard. Bad. Anyway, no, that's good. I heard you say talk about a Trigun shirt, so I figured you like the good OG 90s era stuff. I have Outlaw Star. I need to actually buy that Trigun collection, but I have Gungrave and all sorts of other stuff.
Oh yeah, some really good stuff.
Oh yeah. So on that note, I guess what is your favorite anime and what's your favorite episode / scene from it?
Oh. That's a hard one because there are a lot of good ones.
Mm-hmm.
So whittling down to just one is even harder.
Yeah, you can pick a couple. I mean, I usually pop off and say, since I have this Ghost in the Shell poster above my head, I actually have one back there too, stuff like that. Ghost in the Shell is one of my favorites, and now I really enjoy Fate and all the old 90s stuff like Cowboy Bebop and all that. Pretty influential.
Yeah, probably a couple of my favorites are definitely Evangelion for sure, and you sparking. I want to show this one off. You sparking your intro fucking. Sorry, your intro music reminded me that I found one of my mangas when I was cleaning my room.
That's
and this
nice.
is probably the most screwed up Evangelion fan book I've ever seen, and it's amazing.
So it's a doujin?
Yeah, it's a doujin, and it's a really weird doujin with really weird, unspeakable sex stuff and some infatuation with ramen through the whole thing. I don't know why.
Wait, so it was translated to English and everything?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's hilarious.
I didn't think doujins would get that far.
It was just a weird at an anime shop. They had a small manga section. Looking through, flipped it through a few pages, couldn't quit laughing, and went, "Okay, this is mine now."
Nice. No, that's good, dude. I've never seen anything like that. Now I need to find something like that in my life. That's pretty hilarious. I don't read much though, sadly. So like, I'd get it just for the lull factor. But no, I accidentally picked Cruel Angel Ceases. It's on like the Emily page for my Google Play Music, and like, I was like, oh, that's a good song. Let's just go for it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's tons of other ones. I liked a lot of her stuff. I recently found her, and I was like, oh, great. English covers. And hello, everybody that's new to the stream. I see you guys talking in chat. We are live. We're real people. Highkick's responding in text. He's the other host guy that you don't hear. He's this scrub sitting across from me. Not the guy right next to me, but the guy across from my character on the table. He still, exists. But no, Evangelion. That's a good one.
Evangelion's a good one. Another one of my favorites, which I've read the manga way more than watched the anime, is Jin King of Bandits.
Ooh. I haven't actually heard of that one, I don't think.
It's been a while since I watched it, so it's kind of not fresh in my head.
Mm-hmm.
But it follows your atypical, pirate hero running against the law, doing good, and being seen as a bad person sort of thing, with a sarcastic-ass crow as a
You fought the
sidekick.
law. Nice. That's interesting. So it's very different than, I guess the norm. How long ago did that one come out? Forever ago?
I think that was early 2000s.
Oh man, yeah. That's the good times.
Yeah, my peak intro into anime.
I guess your friends are here, and they're saying that they introduced you into anime.
Yeah, a few of them. Sprawley's the one that loaned me his copy of Outlaw Star that got me.
Nice.
That got the ball really rolling, but
yeah, it's at this time that I'm gonna bitch about the new HD remake. No, you can curse I saw you kind of worried about cursing there earlier. It's cool. We're rated M for mature here, so it doesn't matter. I curse.
Yes.
Aside from your mixer, that's rated teen.
Oh, well, there's cursing. Teen, you can curse in teen things as well.
You can't swear as much as you.
Yes, it's like once every 5 minutes or something. I don't know. The rating systems are weird. But
you're
if
supposed
you
to
pay
avoid
attention to
the
movies.
word, and you're supposed to avoid the F word.
Oh, yeah. We fucking avoided that. Anyway.
You should probably bump up the stream, to be honest.
Well, we're boned now.
Yeah, no, right? It's okay. Mixer's just the pastime.
Ooh.
But anyway, eventually I'll look into this caffeine thing if I restream. I'll be triple streaming then instead of double streaming.
I mean, I'm already triple streaming. I stream to
YouTube.
Yeah.
Twitch.
I just export to YouTube from there. But anyway, so on that note, what kind of effect does anime have on you and your life?
Aside from a kick-ass soundtrack for any situation,
Hashtag Guile thing goes with everything.
yes, Guile's theme does go with everything.
I think this dude wants to see your corgi calendar for some reason.
Oh,
Oh,
Ashes.
see, he does have a corgi calendar. I was gonna say, I see a bunch of stuff in his background.
Yeah, I have a corgi calendar,
Nice.
but it replaced my Japanese woodblock calendar from last year.
Nice.
But it fills a void that I guess early American cartoons left of me, of just weird topics, things you don't really see much in American culture anymore that have become taboo or are just seen as outright strange, and that's not PC, that's not proper. We don't need to be showing people that. They're outlandish stories with outlandish characters in the most abstract spaces and scenes that you could think of, and it's fun.
I honestly think that's one of the most well thought out answers somebody's given us so far. That was actually pretty deep, because I'm sitting here and I'm like, man, that's a pretty decent answer there.
It was all on the fly too.
Dude, there you go. But it's that's your true feelings, basically. It's how you really felt about it. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's good stuff. Nice. So yeah, no, you definitely really like anime then, apparently. It's good. Yeah, and as I was saying to somebody who's, I think your friend who has the Outlaw Star, the HD remake, so it's $50 on Amazon, and it's in Blu-ray, DVD, I mean, I can go with the box. Let me do that while I talk. Jeez.
Oh, you have
and-
the box.
Oh, yeah. No, I have it. I bought it off Amazon. But, like,
Ah.
what pisses me off is it's actually not HD. So, like, here we go.
What?
Alistar, Blu-ray DVD, right? So, no, it's in still, like, original fucking stereo. What is it? English stereo. And 4:3. It's not even fucking HD. It's not 16:9. I have to actually, like, manually set my TV to watch it correctly. And it bothers me because if you're gonna do that, why the hell include it in a Blu-ray? You could literally fit all of those tiny episodes on one single Blu-ray disc. But they still have them all spaced out.
I mean, I guess they're following FLCL's trail of, 6 episodes on 3 DVDs.
I mean, like, it's like this, there's the DVDs, and then there's the freaking Blu-rays section, and it just, like, I'm like, why, though? It's a waste of discs, and also it was $50, like, I wanted it to, at least be HD remade. Kind of like, I have the newer versions of Ghost of the Shell, they're actually remade in proper HD or whatever. They're at least 5.1 surround and stuff like that. But it's just like, why, though?
Why bother?
Yeah, I'm like, why would I pay $50? I didn't know that when I bought it. I was like, oh, dude, they're re-releasing Outlaw Star, sweet! And I basically got ripped off. But it's still a good show, and I still love it, so it's totally worth it to me. But yeah, just if anybody else is interested in that, like, your friend or you probably would be, just maybe, I don't know. Just go try to find the old DVDs, it's the same thing.
Maybe hold off for a true HD remake.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway.
Someday.
Back on proper topic, I guess. Let's see. So, how do you normally like to watch anime? Do you just like to sit down with food? Do you watch it on Netflix, Crunchyroll, however, whatever? Just tell us a little bit about your process.
I have Crunchyroll, I have Netflix, I use, it's either Kiss Anime or Anime Kiss, one of the two sites.
Kiss Anime, yeah.
I still have some stuff that I pirated years and years ago that I haven't found anywhere else.
Dude, I hate Kiss Anime at this point, to be honest.
It does get kind of annoying. It's not as bad with Firefox, but it does get annoying.
Turn off your ad blocker. Turn off your ad blocker.
When they started doing that, that's not okay.
Now do this reCAPTCHA. Now do it again.
Yeah, that's what really got annoying to me was reCAPTCHAing after every video.
Oh, that's pretty AIDS. I didn't know they started doing that. See, me and Highkick, we found, and what we use as our platform, like every Tuesdays, doing the bi-weekly stream, we use a thing called masterannie.me, but it's basically Master Anime. You should look into that site. It's a well-built site with, like, usually anywhere between 4 to 6, like, extra, hosts for videos, and they all go up to 1080p, and it also will track what you're watching and all this other stuff if you make an account. It's actually really good.
I'll have to bother you for that once we're done with this stream so you can actually send it to me so I remember.
Yeah. Highkick, if you want to, you could link it into the Discord chat.
But it replaces your My Anime list. It's great.
Too. It does everything.
That sounds fantastic.
Better than Crunchyroll.
Oh!
That's, to be fair, that's like, I was gonna say, that's not really hard. I mean, Crunchyroll subscription is still $10 a month, right? Or like
it's somewhere around there, 10 or 12, something like that.
Even when I paid for Crunchyroll, I still watch stuff on Master Anime. I was just sending money to kind of support the industry.
Yeah, like I said, I use Crunchyroll every once in a while when there's something on it that I want to watch, but most of the time I still go by my other means of, Kiss Anime or torrents or whatever.
Yeah. And that's the same. Like I used to like Crunchyroll a lot, and then like I lost. This was like forever ago when I was younger, barely out of high school, and then like I lost that job, and I just stopped paying for it. And then I just looked up all the free stuff, and I figured out, I was like, why do I have to pay per month when I can get it for free? And it's the same thing. The only thing is sometimes Crunchyroll has like very specific releases that don't go anywhere else, that like nobody else can get their hands on.
Yeah, it's like it's funny because I did the whole torrenting thing for the longest time, and then Netflix and Crunchyroll and all that started coming out, so I'm like, hey, I don't have to torrent anymore. And now those services are forcing me to torrent again because nothing I want to watch is on them anymore.
Yeah. And then now, like, Crunchyroll's got this weird thing with VRV now. They're trying to push, I guess, VRV as a platform nowadays, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's that. You know, High Kick, you should make that link, like, you should just copy and paste it out of your browser and make it clickable.
Okay.
Just for extra, simplicity. But anyway, alrighty. So, that brings me to another question. Do you prefer to watch anime while it's airing, or wait and binge it all at the end?
You know, I've gotten into this a couple times. Me and Sprawley have numerous times sat and binged an anime to get up to date on it. We did it with One Piece, and we did it with Fairy Tail.
Mm-hmm.
So when you go and you sit for 6, 7, 8 hours at a time binging so many episodes, and then you catch up and you have to wait, it's so terrible. It's such a bad feeling. 'Cause it's like, I just want to keep going, and there's nothing left.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
But-
used to it at this point. It's kind of our job now.
Well, yeah,
But,
now
like-
it's basically our job.
Yeah, but like with Bakugan, where I caught it like it's a 12 episode anime, and I caught it on like episode 2 as it was live airing every week.
Mm-hmm.
So for me it depends. If it's something where I binge watch the crap out of it and then I have to wait, I don't like that. I'll just not watch it for a while and then binge again.
Mm-hmm.
But other ones, if I catch it like right when something's coming out, I can deal with waiting a week to find out what happens next, because there's some suspense to it and it gives me time to process what's happened already.
That, and it's also like the like you were talking about that hole with the cartoons. It's basically like old cartoon runs. You have to wait each week before you can see the new
Yeah,
episode.
it gives you something to look forward to.
Yeah. So that's all good. Yeah, apparently Sprawley was saying he did that with the Dragon Ball Super.
That's all that boy does.
Hey, whatever works. That's actually one of those things is that I guess I'm gonna bring up randomly here and only decide rant. It's like people are like, oh yeah, I don't watch anime, no, I don't like anime, no. But then they're like, everybody's balls deep into Dragon Ball, and I'm like, guys, that's what Dragon Ball is. Do you not know? I mean, like, they're like, no, I hate anime, no, I hate that nerdy stuff, but I love Dragon Ball, and I'm like, you guys are the worst, the worst.
It's like you are the problem.
Yeah, you are what's wrong with Japan, America? Question mark. Lord have mercy. Oh yeah, welcome to me and the terrible jokes and things you say. At least I'm semi-funny. I get laughs.
This is great.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
This is
Money's all
daily.
you need.
This is daily in our Discord of just like random BS all the time. Like Shadow came in, he's like, "This is the coolest bros of cool bros," and I'm like, "Oh no, Shadow, what do you want?"
No.
But no, we're all pretty chill for the most part. And let's see. So, are you watching anything that's currently airing on that note?
Anything that's currently airing, no.
Ooh. There's some good ones right now that have been like carrying up from last season. But like I want to say the 2017 winter season, like the end or whatever, or fall. I think it's fall technically. That was a great season. There was like basically we only didn't watch like 2 or 3 animes I think total, like or like maybe up to 5. There wasn't a lot that we didn't watch and we didn't enjoy. It was a good season.
Yeah, I keep up on the list and things because I get the Crunchyroll emails and things like that, and I'll see stuff that's like, ooh, I want to watch that, but then but I want to watch Air Gear, or I want to watch Beck Mongolian Chop Squad, or I want to watch Evangelion again for the millionth time, and
Stresses me that there isn't more air gear.
yes, another person that likes.
I don't remember if I've seen Air Gear. I feel like I have, but I don't really remember.
Think of Jet Set Radio without the graffiti, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I've like I said, I think I know what it is. I think I've seen it. I just don't remember.
Yeah,
I've seen a lot of stuff.
It was good. The ending of it was disappointing because it's just like, oh, I failed this race, but I'm gonna keep going, and then that's the end of the anime. It's like, really?
I thought it ended with him jumping over all those people.
Yeah, and he failed the jump, but he's like, I'm gonna keep going, or he's like, I want to get better still, and that's the end of the anime.
I thought he succeeded at the end.
I have to rewatch it because it's been a while now. I don't
It was
remember.
like he failed like 3 or 4 times, and then he he changed his center point to his head or something like that, and that's.
Oh yeah, and he did the flip and managed to do it.
Yeah.
There you go. Look at that. Look at that. Weebs. No. Everybody.
We work shit out in real time.
There you go. That's how this works. Okay. And so, how many episodes do you like to see an anime have, if you especially enjoy it?
If I especially enjoy it, I'd like it to at least follow, I guess, what would be called the standard formula I see with so many animes of like 22 to 26 episodes, like a standard 2 seasons.
Yeah.
If it goes longer than that, great. But if the story's going at a pace where it seems like it should be able to end within that, without any big weird holes missing from it, then I'm fine with that. Ones where it's a short, like, 12 episode or 10 episode season, where they leave so much there, or like it can continue for so long, and they don't. It infuriates me. Like,
So,
why? Why do
it
you do
hurts.
this?
Oh, hey, look, you just did that. And now, hey, look, go watch go read the mangas, go do something else, enjoy yourself. This anime had great reviews everywhere, but it's never gonna get a second season. Or like something like how Dead Man did, where like semi-ended, and then it looked like they were starting up another arc, and then it just ended flat. They just like stopped it. That was
Oh,
one that pissed me
that
off.
was painful.
Oh yeah.
That was painful so much.
Big weird holes at the right time. Yes.
It's always a
Welcome
great
to
time.
the best.
There's too many holes in this plot. God damn it!
What
But
are we,
they're in the right
Smiths?
places. Oh lord.
Breathe. Gotta breathe.
I don't need that. Breathing's overrated. Yeah, there you go. Get the anime like fat nerd breathing. When they start having a like fucking weird freak out.
I'm dying over here.
Yep. So let's see. On that note, what animes do you feel should have had more seasons, and what animes do you feel should have had less?
Let's see, I'm finally getting vindicated that FLCL is getting a season 2 or 3, but since it's so far
It's
disconnected...
getting both. It's getting both.
Yes, it is getting a 2 and a 3,
Yes.
but since it's so far disconnected from the original, and it's pretty much taking off completely from a different starting point, I don't really know how to feel about it.
Hey, it's
That's true.
FLCL. I mean, FLCL.
Yeah, it is more FLCL, which we can all be grateful for.
Goody. Which already in itself, the first season of Fully Cooley is just a what? And then you like watch it all the way through. What?
I guess
Everything's-
it's 6 episodes on 3 DVDs, 3 hours of what the fuck, and you're still confused
At least
years
it's
after you've watched it.
It's
But it was
still
great.
Enjoyable. It's
Yeah.
still enjoyable craziness. Unlike
Mhm.
Akira, which was just confusing craziness.
We all just watched the backstory behind that. We all just watched it like literally 2 days ago. I think. Was it 2 days?
I
Yeah.
thought it was last night.
Was it last night?
Oh, God.
Last night,
Was-
last night or the day before. One of
I
the
think it
two.
was the day before. But either way, and yes, I agree with Sprawley, because like I already watched Fully Cooley like once or twice now, and it made more sense. It's like the whole with movies thing. You watch it the first time, you're like, oh, that's pretty, and the second time you watch it, you start picking up on things that you missed the first pass.
Yeah, me and High Kick were talking about this before you went live, and I compared it to watching something like Donnie Darko, where like the first
Ooh,
2 or
I
3
love
times,
Donnie Darko.
where
So
the first
good.
couple times you're just like, what the hell is going on? And then as you watch it, you know more of the backstory previously, so you're just like, okay, now this is going on. Okay, that's why that happened. It's
Yep. You see, the funny thing is like I watched Donnie Darko, but because like my mind is so like fucked, I was able to understand it the first time. And that's how I know that I am not okay in the head, because I'm like, this all makes perfect sense to me. And then
I am not worthy. I am not worthy.
and then I look around at everybody else, and everybody's like, that was a terrible movie. I was like, do you not understand? That was a great movie. You're missing all the points. It's like V for Vendetta, too. Like, people hate it, but it's so good. It's something you should watch multiple times, too, because, again, you pick up on things. That was a good one, too.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, ugh. I'm going to
Something-
Harpy with the Dragon Lily while High Kick watches. That sounds kinky. I'm down. I'm not skipping anybody's comments, I don't think. Or maybe I did.
Not sure. It's just Shadow being Shadow.
Yep.
But one of the ones, not so much that I see too much in the anime world for ones going too long, But one thing that really irks me is in the mangaverse, so many spin-offs of a series.
the mangaverse. I love how it's now its own universe. The mangaverse.
I make up shit all the time. Just roll with it. But
no, it makes sense.
Evangelion is the prime example. There's Evangelion, and then there's Evangelion. I think it was something like Demon Days or something like that, and then Evangelion this, and that, all these different offshoots of what if they were in high school, what if they were here, what if they were here. That doesn't matter. There's Stockholm Syndrome and giant robots.
It doesn't matter. It's just Shinji being a giant bitch wherever it is, so it doesn't matter. It's always the same. Now, Fate suffers from the same thing, but like Type Moon and Fate, they've come to basically like make all of them canon somehow. Like they're all in different universes, but they all actually, with Fate it makes sense because they're all different universes, but the way, like, if you understand Fate as an entirety, the whole Holy Grail system is huge, and so it technically works out that way where it can do all of that.
Yeah, and the way that I understood the anime is that like every different little offshoot, like Unlimited Blade Works and the only one I really know the full name of, and like all the other different Fate Stay Nights tend to have a focus mainly on one of the main weapons.
The main plot, Unlimited Blades Works and the new Heaven's Feel are all based on the original game, and
they are based on games.
It was just one game, and then I think it was Zero.
Zero is the prologue, basically.
Yeah, it's based on a light novel, which I believe is also made by the original people.
Yeah, Zero is canon, like 100% made by the same people as the Fate Stay series, which is saying it's the 3 different routes between who Shiro chooses as the waifu, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Yep, as Sprawley said. So it seems like Sprawley needs to like contact us after the show, and he needs to join and be part of the anime talk show.
Sprawley loves Fate Stay Night.
Oh, okay, so he's really much like me.
Yeah,
I really like Fate. Oh, so good.
The game's the best way to experience Fate.
I need to play the game, but I'm just lazy and really don't want to click through a bunch of things.
Right there. I'm too lazy to get it to work on my computer.
Yeah.
I already did everything for Harpy, and I just fucking I sent it to him. That's all I did. So all he has to do is hit the run button.
Did you say hit the wrong button?
I said
the run button.
Oh, okay. Well,
which I guess in your case is the wrong button.
Or I also have to hit the wrong button, and get all of the fails. Dead, still dead. Everything is dead. Yeah. No, it's just like I just don't really feel like sitting through and clicking through all of it. I started it up, but I didn't. But on the other hand, I finished Doki Doki Literature Club.
What is it? The only thing I'll say about the Fate Stay Night game is just kind of skip to the prologue. The prologue doesn't matter at all.
That's where I'm on. I don't want to skip through. I want to read everything. Just because I know like most of the anime, I still want to read it all. That's my other problem. That's the reason why I don't want to do it, because I'm going to take forever to actually read everything. I could just skip to all the choices, but where's the fun in that? You missed the story.
You have to read everything once you actually get into the main character's shoes. It's just that when you're playing as a girl, it's one, you don't have any choice. Two, it's very boring.
Hey, you're describing my strategy for Mass Effect. Skip everything and just make random choices.
You know, I actually end up in all those RPGs as like a neutral, because I am a generally neutral person. I'm like, oh look, this guy's going to shoot me, so I'm going to shoot him. Like, I make choices as they come, like, realistically, and so, like, I end up solid neutral. I want to tell the story of Mass Effect 3, where, like, the one single Geth dude, Legion, was alive, and he was reviving all the Geth, and they're like, since I didn't play through the games incrementally, I couldn't save everybody, basically. And I just, like, restarted at 3, even though I had played 2, and had played 1, but never finished both of them. So, I got to the point with the Geth, and I'm like, alright, so can't we just do this diplomatically? Can't you guys just come back to life and not kill those dudes in orbit? And they're like, no, we come back alive, we murder them. And I'm like, oh, that's bad. Renegade, and just omni-bladed him right through the back and fucking killed them. And I was like, oh, Well, I guess that's one way. They were already extinct in my universe, so they could just stay that way. That's the way I looked at it. I was like, you have a people that have been around forever, and these robot dudes have been dead in this universe for a few years, so they could just stay
Oops.
dead. Yeah. But I tried. The main point is I tried before I brutally murdered him in front of all of my team. But anyway. Funny off-topic things.
Uh,
So I guess what is the saddest anime you have seen?
saddest anime I've seen. It seems it seems almost cliche to say it, but probably Brotherhood.
Episode 4.
Yeah, episode 4. Cried like a bitch.
episode 4. Oh, I just remember episode 4. Episode 4. Which one was episode 4? Was it
Episode, I think it was 8 as well.
which was one of those whenever the girl gets turned into a chimera?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
that's
was
what I thought. That was
Yeah,
4.
one of them
That's
is-
what I thought.
Yeah. Yeah, anymore it's kind of not, it doesn't really affect me as much, but the first time I watched the whole thing, it was just like, all the feels right now, come on, let's go. It's like, no.
Oh man,
The other, I think it was a lieutenant. His unfortunate death.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Those happened at the very beginning too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
both because they both
First 10
die like,
episodes.
Yeah,
immediately.
especially with Brotherhood, because they condensed, like, they condensed or Full Metal Alchemist into, like, 12 episodes and then continued on the manga arc, because the original kind of caught up and they went, okay, you do what you want to do.
Yep. Sadly, anime does it. They did the Hellsing thing in Hellsing Ultimate.
Yes. And then Hellsing Ultimate Abridged, which is
Yep.
just there.
I showed Kenneth that. Smells of hypocrisy in here. Oh, it's the Catholic Church, and no little Timmy glued to your crotch. Ah, progress. It was funny because I quoted that like in the middle of the room with my family the other day. I was like, second first, same as the first. Put me on a plane so I could put him in a hearse. And then they all just looked at me and they just started laughing like, what's that from? I was like, oh, Hellsing the Bridge.
Be a sport and get daddy a beer.
God damn it. So good. You really need to stop going on enthusiastic walks.
It's been a while since I watched the abridged version of that.
Oh, so good. It's fucking
One of the
hilarious.
One of the things I did to keep me sane on overnights was I rewatched Hellsing Abridged Ultimate and Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
Oh,
I
no.
watched so much of that.
12-hour overnight shift, I watched all of DBZ Abridged in one sitting.
Oh, nice. I bet you were laughing your ass off. I'm sure were there other people on your shift with you, or was it just
No,
you?
it was just me. Everyone would be gone by like 6:30, and wouldn't show back up till like 6:45 the next morning.
What did you do? Were you like a security guard or something?
No, we had a massive order of equipment, so our boss wanted us to keep the testing stations and keep building product 24 hours, so I volunteered for overnights because I hate my coworkers.
Oh, I was gonna say, I thought you were gonna end that with because I hate myself. I was like, similar. But no, I know how that feels. I liked working overnights at like Walmart. Like, it's just, I'm alive more at the night personally. I'm a complete night owl. So like, I
Yeah.
feel more energetic at night really than I do during the
That
day.
too, I was a bit better suited for it than most of my coworkers, and after a month I was so brain dead from no social interaction that I'm just like, God, can I just stay on this so I don't have to deal with people anymore?
That's that too. It's like less stupid people to deal with than I always
Yeah.
say.
I gotta wonder, have you watched the Naruto Shippuden abridged?
I haven't seen Shippuden Abridged because I haven't seen Shippuden yet.
Oh,
I really slacked on Naruto. Really
Yeah.
slacked on Naruto.
you can just watch the abridged. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's like watching Hellsing Ultimate. I didn't watch Ultimate, but I watched, Hellsing Ultimate Abridged, and I was like, cool, now I need to watch Ultimate. It's okay, me and Kenneth, we can do that at some point, maybe. But anyway, so, on the flip side of that last question, what do you feel is the most happy / upbeat anime that you've seen?
Happiest, most upbeat anime. I don't really watch too many happy, upbeat animes.
Oh man.
Like,
Anything that's like really lighthearted.
I guess the closest thing would probably be either Rosario Vampire or Bakugan. Because normally it's stuff like Steins Gate and Chaos Head and things that just make you scratch your head and go, huh?
You like all of the super mind-fucking animes. Those are all good. All of those are good too. Those are good too. I actually have Steins Gate over here too. It's another one of the ones basically anything that I really, really super enjoy and I like rate, 10 out of 10s and stuff like that, I just buy them. Oh, I also have Claymore. Claymore's a good one. That's also super sad.
I've heard of Claymore. That's been that's been on my list for a while now.
It's pretty good. It's also pretty sad.
And I guess Air Gear is pretty upbeat too.
Yeah, Air Gear's
Compared
compared
to what I normally watch, Air Gear is upbeat.
Well, arguably Trigun and arguably Outlaw Star is pretty upbeat most of the time. They're just fucking around until Trigun's all fucking around until anytime he's dealing with his brother and those douchebags.
Mm-hmm.
Then it gets super serious. But yeah.
Yeah, but there's I guess there are quite a few lighthearted ones like that I do watch.
I don't know. I'm not sure. What did I say my most happy one was? I don't remember.
I don't think you did.
No, I was telling you the high kick because I've said it. I'm sure I said something before, but I don't remember now. Whatever. So what is your least liked genre and why?
Least liked genre?
Apparently happiness now, because since you don't watch any.
Nothing happy. Nothing ever happy. Black is my soul. No,
Same, but yeah.
I never got into... I never understood all the hubbub with Attack on Titan.
Damn.
And...
Oof.
Yeah.
Shot through the heart!
No, just I never really understood the big hubbub with Bleach, even though I started watching Bleach and reading the manga in high school, and it sort of just went, huh?
I watched all of it. I loved it.
Bleach.
I just kind of grown away from it.
I always looked at it as the more mature version of Naruto.
Yeah.
Towards the end, I didn't really like Bleach because Bleach, on the TV, with Toonami and in the English version, suffered from the same thing that Naruto did, where it's just there was filler in the middle of important things, and I'm like, why? I don't even know what's going on. 1 minute they were fighting, and now they're playing soccer. What the fuck?
And that's another weird thing when I watch anime is, however I first see an anime, if I watch an anime and I watch it subtitled, that's the only way I can watch the anime. I can't watch it dubbed. Or if I see something dubbed, I can't watch it the other way. So seeing American Naruto on Toonami with American voices just made me cringe the whole time. Because their voices don't match at all.
Yeah. Something that I usually do, I'll when I'm checking out a new series, if it already has a dub on it, I'll watch it the first episode in dub, and I'll watch the second episode in sub, and see which one I like more.
Sometimes I'll do things like that, but there's somewhere it's just so ingrained. The characters' voices are so ingrained in my head where it's where I can't watch it any other way. There are a few where I can swap that,
words.
Words, yes. Trigun's one of them. I can swap Trigun interchangeably, and it pretty much sounds the same to me.
I don't think I've seen Trigun in Japanese. It's just all English all the way for me for Trigun and Cowboy Bebop and all that.
Cowboy Bebop I can watch either way, but I prefer English.
Their voices make much better. I've watched the one in Japanese, and their voices make much better sense in English. They did a good solid cast for them.
Outlaw Star, the only way I can watch it is in English.
That too. That's another one.
Because not Gene. I can't think of his sidekick's name.
Fucking something that talking.
Yeah, a little blonde-headed.
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
His voice doesn't sound right in
James.
Japanese.
It's James.
James. Yeah, James's voice doesn't sound right in Japanese. It's I don't know why. It's just really hard. Jim.
There we go, Jim. Jim. There we go, Jim. Yeah. I was like, James. No, it's Jim.
Close enough.
Close enough. Yeah. Yep. Jim. Super generic. I was like, I know Gene Starwin is a Jim.
Yeah. It was that time.
Yeah. TV has new voices. So does Dragon Ball. I'm not sure. But yeah, no, and that's one of the things. That comes up later. There's a later opinion question after this last question, and you'll be able to tell me there. But what is your least liked anime and why?
My least liked anime.
And it sounded like you were gonna throw some hard shade at Attack on Titan.
Not really. Attack on Titan, I don't really have anything against it. I just didn't really see what the huge appeal was to it. Like, why it became as big as it did. Like, when I watched it, to me, it didn't seem like much of anything special.
I guess I can go off on a tangent here and some explain that. It's because it actually had the makings of something different. Like, it had, hardcore despair and things like that. And, everybody was dying, which, most of the animes hadn't had before. Unless you're talking about, Million-Year-Old Gundam, where everybody died because it was directed by Kill 'Em All, whatever the fuck his name is, the director or whatever. But, that hadn't been around in, most of this generation, our generation, I think, the 20-something-year-olds. So, it was different. Also, it just shows, the reality that things get brutal sometimes, and, yeah, brutal eviscera.
I have found that the best storytellers as far as, anime goes are not afraid to kill off characters.
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. Characters are Tinker Toys to them.
Yeah, and that's why we have Steins Gate and Chaos Head and fucking,
Yes.
what is it, Chaos Child, and all of those.
Metal Alchemist.
Dude, okay, did you ever watch
Code
Chaos
Geass.
Child? Yeah, there you go, Code Geass. So.
I actually hadn't heard of Chaos Child until it came out of your mouth, so I'm gonna have to go look it up now.
You're gonna have to watch it because it's actually the, what happens after Chaos Head. And it's, I'll give you a fair warning, Chaos Head was kinda, fucked up. No, Chaos Child is so much worse. Oh, you're gonna have a bad time. It's great.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, no, it's whoa. And then there was Chaos Head, or Chaos Child 2, or there was a movie. There was something after, an OVA or something. Because it went through. No, I think it had 24 episodes or something. Because it got weirder. It finished, and then things weren't what they were, and then there's more to it at the end. And I was like, what is? It's it's one of the colon, that same director that does all of those, where it's here's your mind, and here's where you think you are. And also, now here's where everything is jumbled together, and this is what actually happened, which is way over here. And you're like, okay, basically.
Yeah, I think the one of the animes I hated the most, and it's because I had such high hopes for it when I first started seeing previews and things for it, was Paranoia Agent.
Isn't that the one with the bat? The fucking really weird one?
Yeah, the kid on roller skates with a bat.
With the fucking
who's a
bent
serial
golden
killer,
bat.
and
Yes. Yep.
I had such high hopes for it, seeing previews and reading pre-reviews of it and things like that, and then I watched an episode or two. I'm like, this is just stupid.
No, it's it doesn't even. It's like Chaos Head, where it's really weird, but then that one literally doesn't make sense. Everybody's basically going fucking insane. There's supposed to be some sort of I believe there's a philosophical reasoning behind it and stuff like that. I'd have to go rewatch it to get all that stuff, because I only saw that when I was a fucking kid, when it came on Adult Swim forever ago.
Yeah, that's the other part of it too, is I think because I saw it when I was so young on Adult Swim, it was oh, this is stupid.
Yeah, no, it definitely seemed really fucking stupid.
Talking about all these animes that makes no goddamn sense. Have either of you guys watched Makaku City Actors?
What?
I've heard of it. I think I watched one episode and then I dropped it.
It makes no fucking sense at all.
That's probably why I dropped it.
There's a total of 3 episodes in the 12 that make enough sense for it to be watchable and understand everything that's going on, but everything else is just a jumbled mess, and I don't understand a goddamn thing about that anime.
Oh wow, Ash is here. Interesting. But yeah. So that was your least liked anime, I guess, realistically. So now onto that opinion, basically, since you were talking about subs and dubs. How do you feel about subs versus dubs?
I'm impartial either way. Like I explained before, the first couple times I watch an anime, however I first see it is how I end up watching it. So I have no problems with subs over dubs or vice versa. Um, Dubbing definitely has its place when you're trying to multitask and you still want to know what's going on if you don't fluently speak Japanese.
Most definitely.
But there are times where, like, I just Beck Mongolian Chop Squad. I have to watch it subtitled.
Mhm.
Have you ever watched an anime where it's just like I can't handle this character's voice in this language?
Yeah, that's part of it too. Is
Like right off the bat though, like without watching the other version first.
they're
Like you just really hate the specific voice actor they chose for a character, basically.
I'm trying to think. Ooh, Netflix's Seven Deadly Sins. When it first started up, it was for some reason on my Netflix it was Japanese with subtitles,
Mhm.
and I couldn't stand the main character's voice to save my life.
The girl or Meliodas?
Meliodas.
See, I think I had the same thing because I watched it in English, and then like I watched it in Japanese because like I saw the quote unquote second season, but it was all subtitled I think for the 2nd season, and I was like, dear God, I'm so glad that I don't watch this in Japanese. There's some things that I like. I can switch between two because sometimes like it just stops. Like they're dubbing it for 12 episodes, it just stops, and the second season starts, and like the second season in English either never comes out or comes out years later. And so, like, that's wherever I eventually, like, switch over. Personally, me, I used to be, like, one of those dubs master race kids. Back when I was younger and I was just lazy and want to read. And then I realized, in my great wisdom of anime, like, hey, this anime just ended, here, and, like, the second season's already there. It's in subs, though. I'm like, but do I want to do it to myself? So I've been able to switch between both, like, super easy all the time. It's a bit different, but it's possible.
There is something though that I think subs holds a little superior to just a regular English dub of an anime is because of how dynamic Japanese language is in general. There's a lot of nuance within conversations that isn't really carried properly in a dubbed anime.
Mm-hmm.
So during certain like serious conversations or where a lot of different things go on, sometimes the nuance of it or a certain emotional feeling that's supposed to be portrayed doesn't quite make it through if you're watching it dubbed.
Mm-hmm.
But this is sort of just like nitpicking of this is why these are better. No, it's I think a little bit's lost from it, but dubs somehow managed to at least make up for it in a way.
And I guess I can kind of agree with you a lot, especially on like the older things, the older subs versus the old dubs. But nowadays, I feel like things are dubbed better. Like they're translated properly. I think beforehand, like half of the fucking anime dubs beforehand were just like, we have no idea. We actually didn't translate this part. Fucking go for it. Just make the lips match because that was actually a thing forever ago.
Yeah, and I think part of it too is now that anime is really gaining a bigger hold in America, these anime production houses are actually, taking that into account and forming their animes so that they can be dual language without, the awkward shoehorning of it after the fact.
Yeah. And I guess on that reasoning, I would say you've never seen an anime called Outbreak Company. Yeah? You haven't? Have you seen Outbreak Company? Alright. So, my theory is Japan's trying to take over the world by culture victory, like in fucking, all of those games, Sid Meier's Civs and stuff like that. But no, there was an anime about that where, like, it was one of those Another World animes, but they, like, set up a facility, a school, and, like, the dude that was chosen to be a teacher was a giant fucking, like, otaku NEET. And basically, they were taking over the entire, like, that world or that country by, like, Japanese culture, by anime and stuff, and video games. And it's a great anime just because of that. I was like, I totally feel this because this is exactly how I feel now. So yeah, I get that. It's great. Now on to another question. What are your thoughts on fan service?
Fan service. Like, what do you mean specifically by fan service?
Well, it depends. I mean, if you're watching like an ecchi fighting anime like Sekirei, where their like clothes come off all the time, I mean, I don't know if that's fan service. That is the entire anime, or like High School DxD, which is all ecchi all the time. So, eh. But I mean, like, I guess when I say fan service, I mean like the obligatory like beach or pool or spa episode or something like that, like something that's not normally like in the realm of the anime, but it's the standard fan service episode. Or, like, it just things that aren't supposed to be ecchi, but then they get, like, a ton of ecchi, like, scenes and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Think Rosario Vampire.
Okay, so pretty much just doing things just to cater to the audience and not so much to the material.
Yeah, and by audience, I think it's mainly young men, specifically, to be honest.
Yeah, let's be honest with ourselves, it's young men.
Unless you're watching Free, or one of those that's specifically for women.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But, I think there are some animes that do fan service better than others. I don't see much of an issue for it when done tastefully. Like, yeah, the obligatory, okay, fan service episode because of this, or because of this sort of thing, yeah, sure, but if the whole anime turns into, like, Rosario Vampire, where the whole thing becomes fan service, then it's, what are we really limping on here? What's the real point of the anime?
Yeah. And see, and that's what, like, High School DxD is, like, all ecchi, like, 100% ecchi, but at the first series, it's, like, mostly ecchi, it doesn't really have a plot, but then, like, they actually somehow just reach into a pile of tits and pull out this masterful plot, and I'm like, okay. Basically. I don't know how else to explain it than that.
You've saved the sinking ship, how dare you?
Yeah. I mean, it's good. I mean, the fan service in that is decent, and then also now that there's like an actual plot is even better. It's just like, I came here for, well, plot, but now you actually give me plot. It's all good. We have 2 times the plot.
Uh-huh.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, I call it plot, and then there's story.
Plot is the story, yeah. That's always the joke, everyone's like, plot.
That's actually a good way to keep them separate.
Yeah, what he said, plot and story. Because everybody else says, like, plot, with the air quotes, which is talking about, like, tits and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, it's all plot to me.
Hew.
Yeah, wait.
Hoi.
Mordekaiser #1. Anyway, Jesus. Brings me back to the ye old days of League of Brazilians.
We've been called weeaboos again.
I mean, I call us weeaboos. I even started off calling this the Weeaboo Talkshow Tuesday, honestly.
Yeah, no.
I don't find it a derogatory term. I find it just like, it's like some racial slurs to me. I just find them funny words, and I don't really care. I attach zero meaning to them.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway. So, anyway, now it's time for us to open up questions for you. Now you can ask us questions.
Oh boy. So, what got you guys started at doing this talk show, aside from, your internet issues?
Let's see.
We started before that.
Yeah, we did start.
I assume it was before that, but...
Yeah. No, we just, me and High Kick talked about anime all the time. Like, I just randomly talk about it while we're in Discord chat and something like that. And then eventually, High Kick had said something about, let's do an anime talk show, because he saw that, I guess, me and Kenneth did our other talk show. Because it's basically, it was basically because we could sit there and talk for hours about anime, and I was like, I guess we could make a talk show about this. And then we just kind of did, and it works. At first, like, we were trying to figure out what we were doing. Like, we do the bi-weekly seasonal summaries of, like, what's going on during the season, like, during animes we're watching, and then we give them reviews at the end. And then now we just recently started since it was bi-weekly, I wanted to turn into something weekly, so then we filled the other, the missing week with guest shows. And, like, I feel that the guest shows go really well, and it's a good way to get to meet other people. It's a good way for, our community, if we have one, or whatever. It's basically like, whole Casterby thing, networking and stuff. But it's also nice to just, like, meet people and hear their ideas. This is my structured question list. that I like spent plenty of time on, and with High Kick's help as well. I took some of his original questions and then added a lot more to them. Basically, I reworded some of them.
It's like the funny thing is, I actually enjoy our guest shows more than our bi-weekly seasonal roundups.
I know. Sadly, I do too, because like it gives us insight, I guess, into other people, and like it gives us other people's opinions. It gives us more people to talk to about nerdy weeb shit. Basically,
that's always a good thing.
Yeah, making friends. I mean, we don't have too many people like come by and stay, like come hang out and play games and stuff like that, but it's still nice to do. I'm not sure, like, I don't know, something that me and High Kick need to figure out is like if we can turn those older guests into something. And yeah, Shadow just started on. I'm guessing he's going to be the second co-host or whatever to the normal bi-weekly show. For the whole review thing, he's picked out a couple animes, seasonal animes. Eventually, we're just gonna have a massive, like, the Circle Jerks, except group of just weebs talking about anime.
Sounds glorious.
Yeah, it's good. You know, I wish, like, the eventuality in the guest show, for me personally, is I want to get somebody big on, like, not even for publicity, but just to do it because it'd be cool. Mm-hmm. Like, Jessica Negri or somebody like huge cosplayer that also watches tons of anime. Somebody huge like that in the industry. But like Jessica Negri is so huge at this point, she's balls deep into, she did anime voice acting, she works with Rooster Teeth, she works with tons of other people. I don't know if we could even touch her at this point, but it's an idea.
Yeah. So,
I don't know.
Out of all the animes and stuff you guys have watched, what's the weirdest plot device you guys have seen?
Weirdest plot device.
Boobs.
No, boobs don't count.
That's the whole driving force between High School DxD. Goddammit.
No. You could say like tits and ass, and like that one anime where it's literally tits and ass fighting. I forget what it's called.
Oh, Cujo or whatever.
Yes. And then like, dude, did you know there's like people trying to make that an IRL sport now? It's actually like there's people trying to make it.
Oh man.
I gotta think of something weird.
No, that's a good question. A weird plot device.
Yeah, it's pretty much you're watching an anime and something out, like they make a big fuss over something that happened that's just, you sit there and go, why is that the main focus right now?
Something that I did find odd, it was throughout the whole entire anime, like Mirror Nikki. The Future Diary.
Mirai Nikki, Future Diary, and that one.
Yeah, like
Crazy Yonder.
It all circulates around the cell phones and shit. I just thought it was kind of odd. You know what? Make it bad, but it's just kind of strange. Now that you brought that up, you brought up cell phones. I have the perfect fucking anime. I'm gonna have to say definitely fucking King's Game, which was a recent one from last season, which is about a fucking chain letter. It's about chain letters that actually cause people to die. Now that's an interesting. You want to see something that's fucked up? Because you like the fucked up shit with Chaos Head and all that? Watch that. It makes like absolutely no sense, but everyone gets almost everyone gets brutally murdered in one way or another. And like by non-existent forces. It's just like the letter, for instance, like you're gonna die from asphyxiation, and so they just start fucking, like their windpipe just gets crushed for no reason, or you're gonna die from immolation, which is, in case you don't know, it's fucking fire. And so somebody literally just bursts into flames, like right there on the spot, and I'm like, whoa, that's cool.
So pretty much if Death Note was spam email. Got it.
Yeah, no, basically. But it's like, I'm like, what? And somehow it originated, like, the explanation of it, they're like, oh, it was, a virus, an actual, like people virus. But then, like, it somehow got into computers and became a computer virus, and it's a program now, and I'm like, what? It's just the weirdest anime.
Yeah, I have actually heard of that one. I've been meaning to watch it. I think I might have to now.
Oh, no, I don't know, like, it's hard to understand the plot and understand what the fuck's going on, like, it didn't even end, like, I think, well. It seems like they're gonna make another one or something. They ended with one of those, alright, it ended. And then it's like, yeah. And then all of a sudden it shows, more people playing the game again. And I'm like, oh. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I guess it's like it's like a anime. This is why spam's bad or something, kids. I don't know. I was trying to understand what the whole point of it was. It just doesn't even in my mind. And then the other one I was gonna say was Dead Man Wonderland. That was a weird plot device on that because I thought about that with Kingsgate. Blood. Excuse me. What?
Yeah,
Blood
that was.
and jewels, basically.
Yeah, that was. I can agree with that. That was a really weird plot device.
Yep. I still want that. I really wish, I could get closure with Dead Man Wonderland, but I don't want to go read it. I probably have to, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of worrying about, is having to hunt down all the manga to read it.
Although the song, like, I love jamming that song.
Mm-hmm.
How does it make?
Oh yeah, that is an epic song.
Yep.
And speaking of that, what's your guys' favorite opening endings?
Oof. Oh, that's hard for me.
Either or doesn't matter. Opening, ending.
See,
a series in general, the soundtrack for a series doesn't matter.
See, I like how Shadow said you can't spell slaughter without laughter. That's funny about it, I know that quote from fucking Sins of the Solar Empire Rebellion or whatever. One of the dreadnoughts for one of the nations says, "You can't spell laughter without slaughter," and I'm like, I can dig it. Yeah, but anyway. No, like, I really like, for instance, like, Hiroyuki Sawano. I like, TM Revolution.
Mm-hmm.
I know I have tons of songs that I like. Like, I have like a 128 gig flash drive that I drive around with in my fucking Korean sports car. And, I have Japanese music on there. I have Nano on there, too. I have fucking Ghost in the Shell. It's too hard for me, so high kick you go.
I would say that my favorite opening so far is the one from Kisniver.
Okay.
If you guys watched that, the opening is really, really nice to look at, and the music behind it is really good too. As far as endings go, I'd have to say ReZero. I think it was like the first ending.
Yeah, ReZero's first ending was really good.
ReZero's first ending is pretty good. I'd have to say for me with openings, like I like tons of Hiroyuki Sawano scores. I mean, they all basically start sounding the same at some point, kind of, because they're all orchestral, scores. So it's hard to put hard to pin it on one. I will have to say, I really liked the Recreators opening recently. That was a good one. Yeah. It's just hard for me to pick my favorite. But I think the one thing, I guess that I will have to say is probably my favorite, is Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex's song. The one where the chick's not even speaking. She speaks between, like, Japanese, she speaks Russian, like, Romanian, whatever, but then, like, speaks non-existent language that it literally doesn't exist because people
I remember that one.
That one is great. That one gives me, like, the most feels and whatever. That's in my card, too. I think that's my favorite opening.
Oh, hold on a second. Really, Shadow? You only like the closing for Outlaw Star and not the intro? What the hell, man? Come on.
Yeah, the intro's pretty good in Outlaw Star. I will have to say, talking about the endings, every time I watched one of the videos, like when I was watching the series or whatever, I just let the ending play because the ending's great. Kiss, kiss, fall in love.
Yes!
Fucking Oron High School Host Club. Jeez.
That was a good anime.
I'll say though, my second favorite opening though, Tank.
Oh, Tank's a good opening too, yeah.
Tank is a classic opening.
There's so many good ones from the 90s, and then like on the flip side of that, like TM Revolution, the other dude I like, he does pretty much almost all of the Gundam openings and endings, and a lot of the Gundam ones are great too.
Oh yeah.
It's just so hard. Oh, we're so weeby, and like I'm sitting here staring at the Ama Lee, like that chick, her English covers of all of these songs, like the Cruel Angel Ceaseless one you just heard, and they're really good for the most part. So she does those. Yeah, I don't know. Picking a favorite out of songs is hard for me. I can't even do it for normal music either.
Tank is definitely not something you want to get in your car and start a road trip on, because you end up hitting the highway doing about 100 by the time 3, 2, 1 Let's Jam starts.
Yep. And that's the other thing with like my music too. Whenever I'm listening to my car, I'll drive aggressively or whatever. I have the
A little
Halo. I have there's a couple Halo songs in there too, and drive aggressively. I actually had a truck, and like one of the Halo songs came on with me and all my other Halo nerds in the truck. You know, the like clan or whatever. They're most of them are real life friends. And so like it comes on. I was like, hold on, I can't park this. We have to listen to the song all the way. So then I just like started gunning it, going through like multiple acres of land. So I was just jumping around like off berms and shit in my yard, and just driving around like an idiot.
Yeah. I think some of my favorite intros have come from FMA Brotherhood.
Nice. Let's see, Nardak said Guilty Crown, and the person who did Guilty Crown was again Haruki Sawano, and then there was also a couple other ones. That's a good soundtrack too. That's one I jam in my car. I have the entire soundtrack in my car. It's so weedy.
And
Folliculi says, nice.
yeah, and this is number 1, Addict. I never got the other 2. I need to find them. But yeah, that's constantly spinning in my car at times too.
Nice.
With the note of Guilty Crown, I must say, Egoist is fucking awesome.
And Egoist is actually awesome, yep. See, now we're just on the... There's so many good weeb songs. They're so good.
Yes.
What have we done?
There could be an entire show just on music of animes.
I mean, there's a lot of times like when I'm streaming, I'll go to YouTube, type in anime BGM, and just have that playing in the background.
Yep. That'll do it. Yeah, I like listen to primarily Haruki Sawano scores. Like the last intro song that Shadow really liked, that was a Sawano score as well.
Mm-hmm.
That was on one of those mixes. Yes, and hello, Mr. Zombie Assassin, or Mrs. I don't know. You're a zombie. Your gender doesn't exist. You're dead anyway.
Right.
So you got any more questions for us, Mr. Sa?
No, that's it.
That's
all I can think
of. Alright. Well, then that brings us to our closing question. So with all of this talk about anime, are you interested in going to Japan, the great weeb mecca, the great weeb homeland?
I mean, I gotta go stand in a Gundam at some point in my life, so yes.
See? Everybody, so far, nobody said no to that, and it's great, and I love that. It's kind of screwed, maybe 2 years old. Was it Parasite the Maximum? It might have been Parasite. Or it could have been the opening for what was it, Death Note. Or even the new Berserk opening. That's a good one too. Mm. But yeah. Well, no, that's good. Yeah, I think pretty much all of us here want to go to Japan. I think me and Kenneth's planning to go to Japan this year. I'm probably going to go with him. Kenneth is Reigning Death 09. He's the guy that does my Thursday talk show with me.
Yeah, I know. I know Reigning Death.
How do you?
The funny thing is,
I've conversed with him.
Really? You've talked to Kenneth before? What?
I was actually, back when I first joined Cast or Die, I was trying to get a Borderlands 2 group together, and I was pointed in his direction to get it started. And then nothing really came of it.
That's weird, because if you're still interested in playing Borderlands 2, I think me, Shadow, and Kenneth are about to start playing. Me and Kenneth haven't finished Borderlands 2 a single fucking time yet. We were supposed to play with High Kick and Crucifix was our original group, and then, which High Kick's here, they ditched us and were like, I don't want to play Borderlands 2 anymore, I play it too much. And so we're trying to get it.
I've only ever finished it once with Sprawley, and I'd be down to play it again, so...
Alright, well then, I think hit us up. We're supposed to be doing that this week, or something, at some point. Yeah, we're gonna, I think, try... Oh, I got Cherry, so all the spots are taken for the second round, maybe. Oh. Well, apparently we already have 4. We could run all sorts of stuff. But no, you should also add me on Steam and look through my Steam library and see if there's anything that interests you. Along the driving things, I have Project Cars and some other games like that. I don't play it because I'm lazy. Even though I got a nice Logitech G29 sitting.
I got Project Cars and Dirt 4 and Dirt Rally and Burnout Paradise and
nice
all those goofy, fun stuff. So
see, Burnout was fun because I love crashing cars.
Oh yeah, I hated that they took crash mode out of Paradise.
And
swapped it for a stunt mode.
That was one of those things, I liked Burnout as long as that crash mode. Crash mode was, cause as much havoc as possible. Okay!
Oh, yeah. It's hours of just doing that.
Yeah, hours of physics sandbox. What'd you
Fucking,
think of?
my friend Suicidal Neat really fucking into racing games. You'll be good friends. You're both weebs and you both love driving cars.
So there you go. Perfect. But it's so I think that's about all we have for the Anime Talk Show Tuesday episode. What is this? I think 19. I think I said. The special guest
19.
show with Virtual Static here. Also go ahead, Static, if you would. Thank you for joining us, by the way. And go ahead and plug. I guess you're on what, Twitch, Twitter. What are you?
I'm on Twitter at Virtual Static IR. I actually now have a Facebook page, which is Virtual Static IRL. Screw character limits. I'm on Twitch as Virtual Static. I'm still working on a stream schedule, but I'm hoping to be coming back full time next week. And once I get my channel revamped, there will be a link for Humble Bundle where when you go, you can actually take a part of your payment and donate it towards my stream. Because I'm a proper Humble Bundle partner now.
That's interesting. I didn't know Humble Bundle had a program like that.
We need to look into this. We need sponsors.
I'd say at some point, like, that would be nice, like maybe get sponsored by Crunchyroll, so then we could just forcefully use their webpage or something.
Yeah, the Humble Bundle thing sort of works as whenever someone does like a Humble monthly deal or buys something from the store or one of the bundles, when it goes to the payment screen and you split up, instead of 3 options, there's a 4th option where you're one of them. So you get a kickback from every sale that's done through your unique link.
Oh, that's kind of nifty. Yeah, I didn't know that because I know the Humble system has you could change what percentage goes to what charity, stuff like that. That's pretty cool.
It's still the same way. It's just now you're added into it as well. So
that's nifty. That's really cool. And then I think my page here on Twitch has I have Green Man is mine. Green Man's a good one to get subscribed with or get paired with. I actually need to promote myself with the Green Team thing because they have host spots or whatever. So I need to get one of these shows hosted. Probably the Weeb Show. And then I saw that Master Anime has a Discord. I was actually about to roll up in there and be like, Weebs! Talk shows!
I'm already in that Discord.
Oh yeah, dude. I thought about joining it so I could, say, hey, who wants to be a Weeb and do it live on this fucking super low budget, low tech talk show? But yeah,
find me on social media. Come hang out with me when I stream. Stay connected. I have a Discord that you can get the link for in my Twitch. So come hang out when I'm not doing anything and, just talk more weeb shit or whatever else strikes your fancy.
Nice. And on that note, I guess we'll go ahead and we'll drop a link in the Discord chat for you to join our Discord server if you want to for our community. There's plenty of people here. And we have a meme channel, we have a not safe for work channel. Oh boy, everything is great.
All the standard channels.
Yes.
It's operated mainly by me.
Yeah.
And speaking of memes, I saw today on my lunch break, it was a cover of Miyazaki's Spirited Away. But the main female lead's head was replaced with Uganda Knuckles, and it said Spirited.
Oh no.
Spirited Away.
No. Why?
This meme needs to die.
Yep. But anyway, thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you again, Mr. Virtual
Thanks for having
Mr.
me.
Static, for joining us. Hope you guys all had fun. Thank you all of you people out in Twitch/Mixerland. We'll see you guys next week for the regular summary show, and then also Thursday around 7:30, 8:30-ish CST for the news talk show if you guys want to just join in and hear things about, the world. It's a lot of it's like Trump, North Korea, this, whatever, however, random things. That's like what goes on. I think if we ever did like a story, we did a year in review thing, and a lot of those stories came back up. And we're also covering some stuff that mainstream media is not covering that's actually really important, like a mass genocide. It's very interesting. Yep. But anyway, we'll catch you all next time at the next show. Peace out, everybody.
See you guys.